joined by Lindsay Ling, the Director of Residential Programs, and Shanna Fryer, the Director of Quality Assurance, to talk about the residential programs at Pathfinder. Ladies, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. So Lindsay, I'll just start with you, and just why would someone look into residential programs there at Pathfinder?
So at Pathfinder, we've been fostering independence for individuals with intellectual disabilities for over 50 years. And specifically in our residential programs, we strive for the adults to maintain as much independence as possible. So post-school, for anyone that has an intellectual disability, we do have a variety of services in residential, one of those being our independent apartments. And in those apartments, it gives these adults with intellectual disabilities the opportunity to live on their own, but still receive the supports they need in their daily living skills so that they can achieve the maximum full potential.
Mm-hmm. And we have 8 apartment complexes, mostly in central Arkansas area. We have 1 in Haskell, 1 in Bryant. We have 4 in Jacksonville, 1 in Searcy, and 1 in Cabot.
Oh, wow. So, okay. Well, other than the apartments, of course, what other types of support for adults with developmental disabilities are available to foster their independence as much as possible?
Right. Also in the residential program, we have intermediate care facilities and group homes. And so those provide a 24-hour supervision setting for anyone that might need a little bit more care than someone being able to live in an independent apartment. And so we have staff there 24/7 that are able to assist in all of their daily living skills. Along with that, we have the ability to help them with their growth, whether it's cooking, cleaning, those types of things. And so they're able to continue to train and grow so that they can reach that potential.
Yeah. And so with our intermediate care facilities, we actually have 10 of those. And so we're able to serve 102 clients in these facilities. They're more spread out through the state. So while we do have them in central Arkansas, like in Bryant, Morrilton, Jacksonville, Searcy, and Cabot, we also have 1 in Batesville, Jonesboro, and then 2 in West Memphis. And then with our group homes, we have 2 of those. We have an 8-bed group home in Jacksonville and then a 4-bed group home in Cave Springs.
And then Shanna, what do students and their families need to do to prepare for this transition?
So I think this can be a really overwhelming experience for parents when they think about their kids moving into adulthood. And this is something that Lindsay and I have a personal connection to. We both have a child that has developmental disabilities, and so in the next couple of years, we're going to be dealing with the transition of our babies into adulthood. So it really helps us to know that there are programs out there, that there are programs available to them. Anybody can reach out to us at Pathfinder. We'd be happy to talk about our programs, to set up tours, and they can do that by calling our home office or by visiting our website.
And where are these programs offered in Arkansas?
So other than the residential programs that we've already mentioned, we also have 2 developmental day programs that offer outpatient therapy services. We have 1 in Harrison and 1 in Jacksonville. And then we have 8 adult day developmental programs. And so with those, we have 1 in Benton, in Cave Springs, Rogers, Harrison, 2 in Jacksonville, 1 in Jonesboro, and then 1 in West Memphis. So,
are there any career opportunities within Pathfinder within these residential programs?
Yes. So we offer direct care opportunities for individuals that are looking to come into our apartments and into our ICFs, group homes, and help with these individuals live, their lives as fully as possible. The good thing about the residential programs is they're 7 days a week. And our ICFs and group homes, they need staff that are going to be in the evening and overnight. And so when we have those opportunities, if we have people that need evening or weekend jobs, that's available in the residential programs.
And you both can talk to this, but what is just so rewarding about your jobs personally there at Pathfinder?
For me, it's seeing that those adults reach their fullest potential and the joy they get when they get their first job or when they've mastered a skill that they've been working on. Because when we develop these programs, they are all tailored to the individual. And so it's what goals they want to achieve. What career path do they want to take? And we work with our ADDT programs to do exactly what Donnie and Peggy just talked about and find those career paths and those opportunities for them to develop those job skills. And when they get that first paycheck or they've achieved that goal, the joy is it just overspills. You can't help but smile and be happy.
or to see the families where they think, you know, well, what opportunities are going to be there for my kids, and then they see that they're, you know, out there and living in their own apartment or working towards getting employment, being able to go on vacations and go to the grocery store and do all of the things that maybe parents think, you know, I've always had to do this for my child, and then they're able to do it themselves. And so that's really rewarding to see them living a full life.
That's amazing. I love to hear it. Ladies, thank you both so
Yes,
much for
thank
joining
Thank
me
you for
today.
having us.
Thank
Of
you.
course.